Donald Trump is hiding on his golf course on this Saturday as the entire world is burning down as a result of his maliciousness and his recklessness. Donald Trump has been blowing up desalination plants in Iran, cutting Iran off from drinking water. Iran has responded by striking desalination plants in Kuwait, and Iran says it will further escalate in hitting infrastructure throughout the Middle East. If Donald Trump continues to attack civilian infrastructure in Iran, there are black, dark winter clouds right now over Moscow after Zelensky has responded to the Russian invasion by hitting a massive inventory factory in the Moscow area, a place called Wild Berries. I'll show you that in a moment as well. And what's Donald Trump doing today? He's at Bedminster in New Jersey, a luxury golf course, while American troops in Jordan and other bases in the Middle East are also under attack, and while Donald Trump is committing war crimes in the region, placing a target on our troops. Let me show you what is going down right now. So first, show you what Donald Trump's last post is 13 hours ago, attacking Canada. I did a video earlier on furious Canada responding to Donald Trump's attacks, attacking Canada for climate-related wildfires. That's what Donald Trump, his last post was 13 hours ago. Otherwise, Trump's at his Bedminster golf course. We've been showing you the footage of the Iranian strikes on U.S. air bases in the Middle East. And what's become increasingly clear is that the U.S. THAAD, or these PAC-3 Patriot interceptors, are either not working or, as we've been warning, the U.S. has run out of its inventory because it seems that the rate of interception right now of the Iranian ballistic missiles by U.S. interceptors is like, 10 to 20%. You see right here the footage showing the impact of 2 Iranian ballistic missiles at Jordan's Muwak Salty Air Base. And it hit areas where there are U.S. fighter jets and where U.S. troops were positioned. And 2 days before that, we've been talking about how another air base in Jordan was hit by Iran, and we were warning that there were probably casualties associated with that, and now we know that there have been medevac flights, and the Trump regime and CENTCOM are indeed covering up the casualties. We don't know if there are fatalities, serious injuries. We do know it's being covered up. We do know that there are casualties. Let's just take a look at what it looked like this morning, where you can see the pillars of thick black smoke rising from in and around the Muwaffiq Salty Air Base in Jordan following Iran strikes. Now, the thing about the Iranian strikes, too, it's not like they're sending in hundreds of ballistic missiles, at the same time. Iran's sending 8 salvos of 8 to 12, and of those, 6 are hitting. Just think about that here. Let's just show you this video right here. As I noted at the outset of this video, Donald Trump has ordered the United States military to engage in more war crimes. The U.S. has been destroying bridges in Iran. Another 6 bridges were destroyed by the United States on Friday alone. Then bridges were destroyed before that. As I've previously been saying, this appears to be laying the groundwork for a potential ground invasion by U.S. Special Forces of Qeshm Island. Iran is prepared for that. The other thing that the Trump regime has been doing is hitting desalination facilities. That's how the people in Iran get their water. And in the Middle East, they depend on desalination facilities in general in order to live. And so a strike at the Josk water desalination plant by the United States, that took place on Friday. And then Iran responded by striking a desalinization plant in Kuwait. So every time the U.S. strikes a desalinization plant in Iran, Iran has responded by hitting a desalinization plant in Kuwait. Take a look right here. This is now the second Iranian strike in 2 days, hitting a Kuwaiti power and desalinization plant, sparking a fire, a very serious fire right here. Kuwait relies on desalinization for 90% of its drinking water, and Iran said, okay, you're depriving 20 of our villages and over 10,000 people of water. You're just going to kill them? All right, we're going to do it in Kuwait. You attack more of our infrastructure, then we're going to go and attack infrastructure in the Middle East. Let me show you this first video. This is in Kuwait. You'll see a power desalinization plant here on fire. Let's play it. Show you the other video right here. Let's play it. Now, in addition, the Kuwait Petroleum Corporation posted the following message. A number of injuries and significant material losses have been recorded after one of the vital sites in the oil sector was subjected this morning, Saturday, to repeated brutal Iranian attacks. This is what Kuwait says. The injured were provided with aid. The site was evacuated, and the response is being coordinated with authorities. Now, Iran has also hit the Babco petroleum facility in Bahrain. They've been hitting facilities hard in Erbil, Iraq, which could be staged by the United States or for U.S. allies. Iran has been striking any ship in the Strait of Hormuz that dares not coordinate with the IRGC, but all shipping in the Strait of Hormuz at this stage, is fully halted. But Iran has been striking hard, in the Arab nation neighbors. I'll go pull up a map in a little bit to show you also where some of these strikes are, but we'll pull it up right now. The Muwafiq Salty base in Jordan, 3 bases in Kuwait, 2 bases in Bahrain, 2 oil tankers, the Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, and perhaps Yanbu as well in Saudi Arabia. So lots of strikes. That was just on Friday. Very effective at hitting their targets. Iran has warned that if the United States carries out further strikes against Iran's infrastructure, the airports of Abu Dhabi and Dubai, along with the ports of Fujairah in UAE and Jebel Ali, will be targeted by ballistic missiles and one-way attack drones. And Iran has made good on these threats. Also, I've been warning, right, that the U.S. is planning this ground invasion of Keshem. I mean, when you see the bridges they're striking, they're preparing the terrain for a ground invasion of special forces, at least for now. The U.S. only has 50,000 troops in the region, and the death toll amongst U.S. troops would probably be 50,000 troops a month. That's kind of what Russia's casualty rate is in Ukraine. But here the Iranian armed forces just released the following video saying that they're waiting for the ground invasion, that they've been planning this, and they're saying, do it. Do it. We are ready to go. We are ready for all-out war. Again, while Donald Trump is on a golf course right now, his golf course in Bedminster, on the taxpayer dime. Here, play this clip.
ما سربازان جان برکف ولایت به شما سربازان تروریستی آمریکایی صهیونی قول می‌دهیم نمی‌گذاریم هیچ کدامتان عمودی از این خاک مقدس بیرون بروید. چنان پاسخ کوبنده و دندان شکن به شما خواهیم داد که همه کشورها در تاریخ از ایران و ایرانی به عنوان نماد شجاعت یاد کنند. منتظرتان هستیم.
One of the things we do here at the MeidasTouch Network, we study the satellite footage, the air traffic footage. I want to know what's going on. What we do see right now is the U.S. sending a lot of KC-135s, those Stratotanker airplanes, a lot of F-16 fighter jets, a lot of airplanes are going into the region. The U.S. is stationing a lot of the new airplanes in Israel, because the Arab nation bases where it would otherwise be stationed don't have the interceptors anymore. And so we're seeing that take place. Moments ago also, ambulances heading to Bahrain by a U.S. base. We'll be following up what's going on there. One of Donald Trump's top aides, Dan Scavino, though, has been posting videos of B-2 bombers with opera music in order to troll the Iranians. That's what the United States has become. B-2 bomber music as the U.S. is just getting, I mean, the U.S. bases are getting pummeled right now. This was Donald Trump's last press conference. I'll just show you a short piece of it. While all of this is going on, while hell is being unleashed on earth, this is what Donald Trump and Gianni Infantino, were saying last night. And by the way, when you watch this is why WTF, this is why I call the book, pre-order it right now, by the way. It's called WTF America, comes out in October. When I watch this, I'm like, what the F is this? It's like two Furbies talking to it. These like weird human beings. Donald Trump, he's not even saying anything that even makes any sense. He's talking about FIFA in such a stupid way. And then Gianni Infantino has this like weird reaction. I'm like, who are these freaking weird? How do we let these freaking fascist Furbies take over? These are some strange human. It's like some weird, sick, like demon people. Like these are some sick demon humans. Who the hell? Who the hell are these demon humans? Here, play this clip.
They perhaps made a mistake when they made him a defensive player. What do I know about soccer? They took the league and they took their best player and then put him on defense. Then somehow, we got to be a little offensive, right?
And that brings us to, there's a war. There's wars throughout the world right now as a result of Trump's weakness. And Trump said, I'm going to end the war from Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 24 hours, less than 24 hours. Well, Russia's been escalating in Kyiv and other areas. Ukraine has been responding, and they've been able to build up their long-range drone capabilities. And I'll show you, I showed you, I did a video on it this morning, but take a look. This is in Moscow at the Wild Berry facility right here. And let me show you first video A, where you can see the Ukrainian long-range FP drone striking into the Wild Berry facility. That's like their Amazon. It's a major logistical hub. It's their largest processing hub and e-commerce hub. And this thing's like football fields long. And Ukraine says that this is being used by Russia to supply, military parts. And so watch what happens. Let's play you A. Now I'll show you B right here. Play this clip. And as I showed you at the outset of this video, this is the Moscow region right now, covered with dark clouds. That's what it looks like in Moscow right now. I'll just play this clip. Now, while that's going on, can I just show you a quick contrast right here? This morning, New York Times released this interview with Zoran Mamdani, and here's what he had to say. Let's play this clip.
Very different hope and vision for the place they call home and also the country that they've helped to build. And it's hard to explain to a New Yorker why their needs are not even being discussed, and yet we have billions of dollars to kill civilians halfway across the world. I mean, earlier we were talking about the World Cup, and, we'll be watching the games here, and then you'll look to the news and you'll find that even someone who had gone to Gaza on a relief mission to set up watch parties was then killed by the Israeli military. There is no respite from a genocide, no matter even in a moment of joy for the entire world.
More from Mamdani right here. Let's play it.
I think we have to go beyond the typical indicators of what makes a strong economy. I think we also have to measure whether a working person can breathe. And yes, it's the wealthiest city, and it's also a city where 1 in 4 are living in poverty. So I will always celebrate continued investment in this city, and I'll also look to ensure that more and more New Yorkers can be a part of those benefits. Because when we talk about our vision for this city, the affordability agenda, it's that those who help build it can also live in it.
And I just think that those words are powerful to me right now, especially as you see what Trump is doing, what Mamdani's trying to do in New York, what he's doing in New York. Anyway, hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million. Oh, do me a favor. If you can pre-order WTF America right now, The Way Out of This Hell and Back to Democracy, it's dedicated to you, the Midas Mighty, and it comes out in October, and you can scan the QR code, wherever the QR code is. And there's also, you can click the link in the description, but pre-order it right now. We appreciate you. We wrote this book dedicated to you. Thanks for watching.
New Midas merch drop! Check out the latest pro-democracy sticker packs, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and more, all at store.MeidasTouch.com.